Northwest is sponsored by Aesthetic Rejuvenation by Dr. Brecht.
Welcome back. Cosmetic surgery is becoming less invasive all the time thanks to advancing technology. Here to talk about that today is Dr. Christina Brecht from Aesthetic Rejuvenation. It's good to have you back.
Hi, how are
This
you?
is really, it really is a different age, right? Because 25 years ago, a facelift was like this gigantic thing, and technology has changed so much, correct?
Yes, absolutely. So we start with the base, what we learn in medical school and what we learn in residency and fellowship, and that is the base, literally. We have evolved in our technology. So not only just being good at the basics now, we have to incorporate all the wonderful technologies that are at our disposal, and that makes the results even better.
Because you can customize to each person.
Absolutely. I mean, I have so many different technologies, and I just it's like the paintbrush of the artist. You know, you have your different technologies for this one, and just you don't even necessarily know until you see the patient in the OR, and you're like, oh, you're going to be great with this one and this one and this, you know. So
Exactly. All right, so let's talk about something called liposuction 360. We'd never heard of that before.
Yes.
What is it?
So liposuction 360, like 360 degrees, basically looking at the human body from all angles. So it's not just the front. You know, when you look in the mirror, you're like, oh my gosh, my tummy, my rolls. And that's the obvious thing that we want to do. But then we want to do the hourglass and the back. And so you can see in a person like this, we're doing 360. So we're working.
I see what you mean. So it's not just one area, it's sculpting
It's
all the way around.
All the way around. So if you think of it like the belts, people come in, they're like, oh, I want to get rid of this tire. But that's a 360, and it's not just the tire, it's the up and the down. It's, you know, it's a very multi-dimensional, three-dimensional, and as you can see here, this is neck. So, you know, there's skin tightening technologies that I use as well. Renuvion is one of them. It's a novel, newer technology. So sometimes people don't want to do a full facelift, and so we can do little dots behind the ear and under the chin, and I can literally lipo the jawline out, tighten that skin internally with this shrink wrapping technology.
Something? You must have fun with this. I mean, like a
love
sculptor,
it.
like an artist
It's so
with people.
much fun. I love what I do, yeah.
And so a neck lift without incisions, how is that done?
Well, there's teeny tiny little incisions. We call it minimally invasive. And so that's liposuction along the jawline. I use 3 different technologies: water assisted, power assisted, and ultrasound assisted lipo. So these
And
are
maybe just when you've got a little bit of the jowliness, but you don't need some big giant operation.
And even nowadays, you know, there are a lot of people who would be candidates for facelifts that I can use this technology as well. So lipoing that little bit of volume in the jawline. We sometimes can just add a little volume to the mid-face to lift it as well. But the skin tightening technology is just something that we kind of missed. And so it's filling this in between, because it's that in between person who's like, I don't have a week to take off, I maybe have 2 days, and so we can do this, and it just gives them a little bit of a lift, and it's just amazing.
So let's talk about downtime and cost also for these things.
Yeah, so downtime for the minimally invasive things, give yourself a couple days. So let's say you do it on a Friday, you take the weekend to relax, back to work Monday, you don't miss a trick.
That's amazing to me. I remember covering a bunch of cosmetic surgeries probably 25 years ago. I went in to, you know, to videotape them, and they were all so kind of surprisingly brutal, including the lipo, the old ways that these were done. But this is all just completely changed.
It is, and I truly do appreciate the old-fashioned ways, because that's how I was trained. I mean, that's back in 2001 now, so that's a little while ago. So I can appreciate the older styles and the evolution that we've come. And if we don't change and evolve and learn with our times, you become completely outdated in your field. So I love it.
And it's so much easier on the patient at this point.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your approach, what makes your clinic different, you different?
Well, you know, I mean, the obvious thing is that I'm a female surgeon, which is kind of unique in itself. But, you know, we can relate to another female human being in a different way. I think a more optimal way. I look at the body not just from the anatomy and science, but also from the artistic. What is it the person wants? Everybody wants a little bit something different, and at the end of the day, the objective is to make that person a more beautiful self. and I try to customize that to the person as well. But you know, I use minimally invasive technologies for anesthesia. None of the surgeries I do require general anesthesia, so that is a unique thing that I do offer to my patients. I mean, I have an amazing staff. We have a beautiful facility. I love to decorate, so when you come in, it's just really pretty. So I love it. Yeah,
and beautiful to look at. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
For more on the procedures we discussed today, or to request a consultation with Dr. Brecht, please visit the website that's there on your screen, and we'll have that on our website as well.